Did you know that there are natural vitamins that can restore your erection in seconds, even after 60? It seems absurd, right? But the truth is that science and nature go hand in hand when it comes to men's intimate health, and what you're going to discover today can completely change your sex life. Yes, I'm talking about 3 specific, proven, affordable vitamins that, when combined in the right way, have the power to activate your circulation, stimulate your testosterone, and restore the firmness you thought you had lost forever. If you are a man over 60 and have noticed that your erection is no longer what it used to be, or worse, that it no longer appears when you need it, you need to watch this until the end. Because what is happening to your body is not just a thing of age, as many people say. There is a reason why your erection is failing, and there is a natural, safe, and quick way to solve it. Sexual impotence, difficulty maintaining a firm erection, premature ejaculation, and even loss of desire are not isolated problems. They have a common root, a lack of specific nutrients, which directly affect the circulatory, hormonal, and nervous systems. And that is where these 3 vitamins come into play. The good news is that these vitamins are not side effect medications, are not addictive, and can be found in simple foods or natural supplements. The bad news is that almost no one talks about them. Most men who seek solutions to this problem end up falling for miracle promises, synthetic medications, or expensive and invasive procedures, without realizing that their own body can return to functioning naturally, as long as it receives the right fuel. And if you are tired of feeling helpless, avoiding intimate contact for fear of failure, or pretending that everything is fine when in fact you feel frustrated inside, know that you are not alone. And best of all, there is a way out. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. What these 3 vitamins are, how they work in your body, where you can find them, and what you can do to start feeling the effects this week, often on the same day. But first, let me invite you. If you want to regain your self-esteem, your potency, and the pleasure of feeling like a complete man again, subscribe to the channel now. Here we talk openly about men's sexual health, without taboos, without bullshit, and based on what really works, and how these vitamins can reverse this process. Let's go. But before we continue, let me ask you something that will make all the difference. If this content is making sense to you, if you are realizing the importance of understanding what is behind your sexual health, leave your like right now. This helps YouTube deliver this video to other men who are also suffering in silence, thinking there is no way out. And there is. But for that, they need to have access to this information, and you can be part of that chain. And more, if you are here watching until now, it is because you want change, you want results. So subscribe to the channel right now, activate the bell, because in the next videos I will delve even deeper into this subject. We will talk about specific foods, powerful combinations, habits that destroy your erection and how to combat them naturally. And tell me here in the comments, have you ever tried using any vitamins or supplements to improve your erection? Put yes or no below. If you want, tell us what it was, what your experience was like, or just write, I want to know more about natural vitamins. I read all the comments, and this helps me create content that is even more direct to what you are feeling on the other side. Now let's continue, because in the next part you will understand why your body is losing potency as the years go by, and how nutritional deficiencies are directly linked to this, Because you see, it's no coincidence. It's not bad luck. It's not just aging either. There is a biological and absolutely clear reason for the loss of firm erection, for the difficulty in maintaining potency, and even for the drop in libido in men over 60. And this reason has a name, a cause, and most importantly, a solution. But to understand how to solve it, you first need to understand what's happening inside your body. Let's start with a fundamental point that almost no one talks about, and testosterone. Yes, this is the quintessential male hormone. It fuels your sexual desire, your energy, your physical strength, and your firmness in intimate moments. When you were younger, your testosterone levels were sky high. And what happened? You had erections easily, woke up with a hard penis, felt desire, excitement, pleasure. Everything flowed naturally. But over time, testosterone begins to drop. And the worst part, this drop accelerates due to bad habits, stress, poor diet, and of course, lack of the right nutrients. In other words, it's not just age, it's lifestyle, it's the environment, it's neglecting what your body needs. When this drop in testosterone occurs, The first signs come silently. You feel less desire. Then, your erection no longer appears as quickly. It weakens. It starts to fluctuate. Sometimes you can get it, other times you can't. And this undermines your confidence, generates frustration, and affects your relationship, until one day, you simply stop trying. And do you know what's even worse? All of this could be avoided or even reversed if you had the right vitamins in your body, in the right amounts every day. And here comes another critical factor: poor blood circulation. Few people understand that an erection is not a magical phenomenon. It is purely vascular. The penis fills with blood when the vessels dilate. And for this to happen, the circulatory system needs to be working very well. However, as the years go by, the arteries become hardened, inflamed, and obstructed. This reduces oxygenation, hinders the flow of blood to the intimate region, and as a consequence, prevents the penis from becoming firmly erect. And what is even more frightening, you may have this problem and not even realize it until the moment you need an erection, and it simply does not come. The third piece of this puzzle is the nutritional deficiency. Nowadays, most processed foods have lost their nutritional value. Even those who try to eat better often fail to get the ideal dose of vitamins and minerals that the body needs to function fully. And when we talk about sexual health, this is even more delicate. There are specific vitamins that act directly on the reproductive system, on hormone production, on the relaxation of blood vessels, on the balance of neurotransmitters responsible for arousal. Without them, your body simply does not respond. It tries but does not have the necessary resources. So look, you have a man over 60 with low testosterone levels, weakened circulation, and a deficiency of essential vitamins. The result? Lack of erection, fatigue, lack of desire, premature ejaculation, sleepless nights, low self-esteem, and then comes the wrong diagnosis. This is normal. It's a sign of age. But let me tell you very clearly, this is common, but not normal. Common because it happens to millions of men. But normal? No. Because it is not natural to live without pleasure, without energy, without power. The body was made to function. And if it stops functioning, it is because something is missing. And that is exactly what we are going to solve together. That's why this video is so important. Because it shows you that there's still time. There's time to regain your strength, your confidence, your ability to experience pleasure to the fullest. And you don't need expensive medications or complicated procedures. What you need is to understand what's missing in your body and start replacing it intelligently with the right nutrients. It's like filling up a car with the right fuel. It starts working again. And it's not just a promise, it's physiology working in your favor. And it all starts with these 3 vitamins that you will discover today. Vitamins that have the power to activate your circulation, boost your hormone production, and stimulate your erection quickly and naturally. They exist, they are accessible, and they really work when used correctly. And I'm going to show you what they are, how to act, and how to include them in your routine without mystery, without secret, without fuss. But before I continue, I want to invite you to share with me. Have you noticed that your erection is no longer the same? Write a simple sentence in the comments such as, "I want to get my performance back," or "My erection needs to improve." This will show me that you are committed to your change, and it will help other men understand that they are not alone in this journey. Because now we enter the most powerful part of this content. I will reveal to you the 3 natural vitamins that have the potential to transform your sexual health in a real, fast, and safe way, even if you're over 60. And that's no exaggeration. These nutrients are essential for the functioning of your circulatory, hormonal, and neurological systems, and when they're lacking, your body simply can't respond the way you'd like. But when they're in balance, the results come, and they come fast. The first vitamin you need to understand is an old acquaintance, but one that is far from being valued as it deserves, and vitamin C. Yes, the same one you think of when you have the flu or a cold. But what few people know is that vitamin C is essential for the health of blood vessels. It strengthens the walls of blood vessels, improves elasticity, and most importantly, stimulates the production of nitric oxide, which is the compound responsible for relaxing smooth muscles and allowing blood flow to the penis. Without nitric oxide, there is no erection, and without vitamin C, the production of this compound drops dramatically. And here's the key. When you start consuming vitamin C in the right amounts, your body starts producing nitric oxide more efficiently again. Within a few days, you will start to notice improved circulation, reduced feelings of fatigue, and, in the most common cases, a firmer and more spontaneous erection. Want a practical example? A glass of acerola juice or a serving of kiwi a day can already take you to another level. And if you want an even more intense boost, you can use supplements. But always remember to look for good quality ones, preferably with gradual release, to maintain constant levels in your blood. Now let's move on to the second vitamin, which has a direct impact on your hormone production. Vitamin D. This one is powerful. And the most curious thing is that, even living in a sunny country, most Brazilians are deficient in vitamin D. This is because the modern lifestyle keeps us increasingly away from the sun. But why is it so important for your erection? Simple. Vitamin D acts directly on the cells responsible for producing testosterone in the testicles. Without it, your hormonal factory goes into economy mode. Libido drops, erection weakens, and worst of all, your general disposition disappears. Men with good levels of vitamin D have more energy, more sexual desire, and more ease in maintaining an erection. And the best part, the results appear quickly. In a matter of days, you will already feel more desire, more initiative, and more confidence. You can get vitamin D by exposing yourself to the sun for between 10 and 20 minutes a day, especially when the sun is at its highest, without sunscreen. But if this is difficult for you, a good quality supplement between 2,000 and 5,000 IU per day can help you reach the ideal level. Talk to your doctor about this, but know this: vitamin D can be the push your body needs to get back to functioning like it used to. And now the third piece of this powerful trio, a vitamin that is often overlooked, but that plays a role essential in activating pleasure and excitement neurotransmitters: magnesium. Although technically a mineral, magnesium deserves to be on this list because it is absolutely essential. It participates in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including the regulation of nerve and muscle function. And do you know what this means in practice? Without magnesium, your brain doesn't send the right signals to your body to react to sexual stimulation. And without these signals, you may feel like having sex, but your body doesn't respond. Magnesium also helps in the production of cellular energy and reduces stress levels, which are mortal enemies of erections. When your body is tense, anxious, stressed, it blocks the sexual response. Now imagine a nutrient that relaxes your muscles, regulates the nervous system, balances hormones, and even helps blood circulate better. That's what magnesium does, and you can find it in foods like spinach, bananas, avocados, Brazil nuts, almonds, or if you prefer, in supplements, always in the form of magnesium chelate or magnesium dimolate, which are better absorbed. When you put these three vitamins together, vitamin C for circulation, vitamin D for hormones, and magnesium for the nervous and muscular systems, you give your body everything it needs to function well. And the reports from those who start this protocol are impressive. Many men feel a difference in the first week, others in just a few days. Erections start to appear more easily, stiffness improves, sensitivity increases, and with that, confidence returns. Self-esteem is reborn. Life as a couple is rekindled. And the best part, all of this is natural without chemicals, pressure, or side effects. But of course, there's no point in taking it once and expecting miracles. The secret is in regularity. You need to make it a habit, part of your routine. Just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower, you take care of your sexual health every day, with simple but extremely powerful actions. And now let me ask you, do you already use any of these vitamins in your daily life? Have you noticed any changes in your body since you started? Write a sentence in the comments like, "I use it and it works," or "I want to start now." This helps me understand who is with me until the end and also inspires other men who may still be in doubt. And of course, if you haven't liked this video yet, now is the time. The most strategic part of the video begins now. Because it's not enough to know which vitamins activate rapid erection. What changes your reality is knowing how to use them in your daily life, in a simple, continuous, and efficient way. This is where most men go wrong. They understand that they need vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, but they don't know where to find them, how to consume them, or how to combine them. And the worst part is that they make silly mistakes that completely block the absorption of nutrients and delay the results. Let's start with the vitamin C, the queen of circulation. The best way to include it is through fresh foods rich in antioxidants. And there is no secret here. Fruits such as acerola, orange, kiwi, strawberry, guava, and cashew are true natural bombs of vitamin C. The tip here is, eat these fruits in the morning, or even in the middle of the afternoon. This is because, in addition to activating circulation, they also improve mood and focus. And be careful. Avoid eating them right after very heavy meals, especially with red meat or milk, because this can slightly hinder absorption. If you want to supplement your intake, choose a vitamin C supplement that comes with bioflavonoids, such as acerola extract or camu-camu, and always opt for the extended release version, so that your body absorbs it gradually throughout the day. Remember, the body does not store vitamin C, so it is better to consume a little every day, rather than overdoing it in a single dose and wasting the excess through urine. Now, speaking of vitamin D, the best and most natural supplement there is the sun. Yes, the sun is the only thing capable of activating the bioactive form of vitamin D in your body. And here's a detail that few people know. Exposure to the sun must be direct, without sunscreen, without clothing covering the skin, and at the right times. The ideal is to sunbathe for 15 to 20 minutes a day, with arms and legs exposed, preferably between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. This is the time when UVB rays are most intense, and they are precisely the ones that activate vitamin D. If this is not possible for you, or if you live in areas with little sun exposure, supplementation becomes essential. In this case, opt for a dose between 2,000 and 5,000 IU per day, depending on your current level, which can only be assessed by blood test. Always combine vitamin D with vitamin K2, as this combination prevents calcium from going to the wrong places, such as the arteries, and ensures that it goes where it is needed, the bones, and the right tissues. Already, the magnesium can be obtained from various food sources, and this is one of its greatest advantages. It is an extremely versatile mineral. Dark green vegetables such as spinach, kale, broccoli, and arugula are rich in magnesium. So are pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, Brazil nuts, almonds, bananas, avocados, and even dark chocolate with over 70% cocoa. A smart strategy is to mix nuts with dried fruit and eat a portion in the middle of the afternoon, which is when your body usually experiences a drop in energy. And this combination helps you stay calm, focused, and ready. In the case of supplementation, the best absorbed magnesium is chelated, or in the forms of bisglycinate, threonate, or dimolate. Avoid magnesium oxide, which is cheap but has very low absorption. The best time to take magnesium is at night, before bed. This is because it helps to relax the nervous system, improves the quality of sleep, and prepares the body for a new cycle of hormonal recovery. Now let me warn you about the most common mistakes that hinder the results of all this. First mistake: consuming nutrients with an unregulated intestine. If you are constipated, have a slow intestine, or suffer from poor digestion, the absorption of vitamins is compromised. Therefore, first of all, take care of your intestinal flora. Drink enough water, consume fiber daily, and add fermented foods such as natural yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut. Second mistake: combining vitamin C with iron or synthetic calcium. This can cause competition in intestinal absorption. Third mistake: taking vitamin D with strong coffee. Caffeine can interfere with absorption. Fourth mistake: taking everything together and expecting instant results. The body needs time, consistency, and regularity. A well-structured routine with good food sources and, if necessary, quality supplements is what makes the miracle happen. Because yes, the result may seem like a miracle, but in reality, it is just nature working in the right way. Now think about it. If in just a few minutes a day with simple actions like eating a fruit rich in vitamin C, getting 15 minutes of sun, and chewing a handful of nuts, you can completely change your hormonal, vascular, and neurological levels. Why not try it? Why not take this step today? Your erection, your libido, your self-esteem, your energy depend on it. And of course, I want to hear from you. Which of these vitamins will you start using today? Comment below. I'm going to include vitamin C or magnesium every night. Write down what you've decided to change. This will commit you to the process, and it will also inspire other men who are reading the comments and are still afraid to start. If you've stuck with me this far, congratulations, because few have this level of commitment to their own intimate health. This shows that you're truly ready to change, to regain your power and live your best life even after 60. So, if you want to continue on this journey with me, subscribe to the channel now, activate the bell, and don't miss the next videos, because there are lots of powerful tips coming, all natural, straight to the point, and designed especially for men like you. Now do me a favor and show me that you stayed until the end. Comment below. I'm going to put it into practice. This phrase shows me that you are determined, that you will apply what you have learned, and that you will also help other men to be inspired by your example. It is clear, leave your like on this video, because this helps spread this information to more people who are going through the same problem and still don't know that there is a natural and efficient way out. And to close with a flourish, now click on the next video that appears here on the screen, because in it I will show you a natural combination that can multiply the effects of these vitamins even more and completely transform your intimate life. I'll see you there.